you hear me say all the time and other people that, everything is it. Everything is this divinity. Everything is this one unspeakable um, energy, life, existence. Um, it's one thing to hear that and be inspired by that and appreciate that even and have a sense of that. I mean, but I just invite you to really feel that right now, that how, the notion of the divinity of God, being omnipresent, spread everywhere, omni as in everywhere. And just to let yourself consider in your own experience that everywhere really means everywhere, that here is this reality, your experience, what you think of as your experience, your circumstances, your life, your situations, all of it. Every single seemingly tiny little piece of what's being encountered right now is the absolute miracle of existence itself, of the absolute. Every single little, seemingly tiny little speck of it. Feel the environment of your experience, as if it was an atmosphere. I mean, in one sense, you can feel the atmosphere of what we think of as the physical air surrounding you. I mean, just start with that. Um, every little part of the atmosphere is made of the same miracle of life, isn't it? That's just certain parts of the atmosphere. All of it is life. All of it is the absolute astonishing miracle of existence, isn't it? Every tiny little flutter of thought is an absolute miracle of existence, of this absolute mystery that is what we call life, the cosmos, and this sitting here listening. All of it is the same fundamental, absolute mystery and miracle of existence, isn't it? Just let yourself drink the miracle in that you are drinking in with every breath, with every momentary perception, with every feeling, with every thought, with every sensation. No matter where you might find yourself seemingly, situationally, circumstantially, experientially, what are you finding there? You're finding the moment, right? Sure, always showing up differently, but you're finding the moment, this emanation of something, of presence, of life. Always, right? You're always experiencing the miracle. Even when things descriptively and even when the flavor of the moment, of the momentary perception is one that's not to our liking, that's difficult in some sense, that's challenging in some sense. Even when the weather is rough, the weather of life is life. It is the miracle shining forth brilliantly, inexplicably, miraculously. Here, and That's it. I mean, that's all I'm ever saying, is that there's only the miracle of existence, and that is everything that's being encountered. Always, 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 with no exceptions. None, right? Every little, as I said, little speck. Feel your experience. You're feeling this miracle, aren't you? The miracle of something being here. And you're always feeling this. When we're never feeling anything but this, right? We're never encountering anything but the miracle. It's just here, isn't it? It's just here. It's uncaused, right? It's just here because we can't find anything before. We never find before. We only find the instant without beginning. Or you could say it's always the beginning. It's always just just this explosion, the Big Bang, something out of nothing. I guess that's how people think of the Big Bang, I guess. There was nothing and then suddenly there was explosion and there was something called life. Isn't that exactly what's happening here? Like, this is the Big Bang. This is something coming into form, something appearing. And that appearance is the only thing that exists. This constant streaming of of aliveness, of vitality, of the power of, we think of certain things as being powerful, maybe other things being less powerful somehow, certain things having energy, some things having less energy, certain things having meaningfulness, other things having less meaningfulness or value. But we're touching right now, we're appreciating the absolute miracle and meaningfulness of everything, simply because it is, simply because it has appeared. That's its miracle, that's its mystery, that's its astonishing presence. Yeah. The miracle of perceiving itself is the ultimate miracle. In one sense, there's only perceiving, isn't there? There's just perceiving. There's all the different things we're perceiving, the objects of perception, but the perceiving is the miracle. How that is here, consciousness. It's no words. But we don't have to go looking for the miracle, because we are partaking of it, aren't we? Every breath is the miracle. Like I said, every flicker of thought, feeling, sensation, all these words to describe the different forms the miracle of existence can take. But um, It can be very quiet, very, very, very quiet, very, very subtle, just this quiet sense of being. Or it can be explosive and emotional and tumultuous, and but it's always being, isn't it? It's always the inexplicable. And it's, you could say, the source of everything, you know. It's all nourishing because it's life. It's life-giving, pouring forth this, feel this, the constancy of it, the yes, it's constantly altering itself, in that sense is inconstant, but there's this feel of the flow of it, and it's just flow, isn't it? Flow in the sense of movement and constant dynamic transformation of how this miracle of existence seems to be shaping itself. But it keeps moving. It never fixates on anything. It never concretizes, never stabilizes. It's just an easeful flow, smooth flow, gentle flow. We always have this miracle. We are this miracle. This miracle. No experience brings us closer to the miracle. No experience takes us away from the miracle. So we don't have to seek after a particular insight or state of consciousness, because the one that's here now, the current state, if you will, which isn't really a state because it's always changing, but this current perception, the flow of this moment, is the flow of life, the flow of this miracle, the miracle of being.